Welcome to the Media Box, where I'm joined by Momodou Malcom Jallow to talk about his report on raising awareness and countering Islamophobia in Europe. Tell us a little bit more about what is that you're calling for.
We all know that Islamophobia is on the rise in Europe, at all levels. This is not only neo-Nazis attacking Muslims. We've seen it in the media, we've seen it in policymakers use it as a stepping stone to get their career. And we've seen more of these kinds of people being elected in our offices, in our parliaments. Sweden is one of those countries where you have a neo-Nazi party that hates Islam and Muslims. That is the second largest political party in Sweden. So it is high time that the Council of Europe sees this, understands it, and reacts.
You talked about some more sort of subtle examples of Islamophobia in your report as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, there are so many different layers of examples as to how Islamophobia. There are, I was giving an example during the debate, a woman with a veil walking down the streets, just minding your business. And you can have people, calling you names and insulting you and undermining your dignity, and sometimes to the extent of attacking and brutally, physically assaulting. And this is something that cannot be acceptable in any democratic society. We need to be able to protect people's rights. These are rights that are stipulated in the European Convention on Human Rights. And we must, as the Council of Europe, Parliamentary Assembly, do everything possible to protect and make sure that people's rights are respected, regardless of their religion, regardless of their gender, regardless of their origin, or whatever background they have. That is why we have this report.
You're talking there, about, I guess, about the mainstreaming of these ideas. What can the Council of Europe and national parliaments do?
There are so many things one can do. One of the things that we mentioned is collecting data. We already have a lot of data. So what we need is political will to actually go from theory to practice, to make sure that people that are Muslims, people that are Jewish, people that are whatever religion that you believe in, that you belong to, you should be able to live a dignified life in Europe without being discriminated in the labor market, without being discriminated in the education system, without being discriminated, facing hate crimes on a daily basis. For us, it's important for us to put mechanisms in place in every member state where we can clearly acknowledge the specific type of racism that Muslims face because of their religion, and make sure that we have countermeasures to protect those rights.
Malcom Jallow, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.